can't say that now.
Welcome, everyone, to the Ultimate Client Strategy podcast. I am Lisa Rosenthal, the co-founder with my partner here, Bruce Libman.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, and Bruce, you're going to introduce our guest today, right?
Yes, my good friend, Julbert Abraham, founder and CEO of Task Maven Services. How are you, my friend?
Doing amazing, guys. Excited to be here. Love this. This is pretty cool.
Right? It's a long time coming. We've been
I
talking.
know, but we do it. We're doing it. That's the way
Yeah,
to do it.
here we are. So, Julbert, we have been talking a lot about people. You've heard me say a million times, I believe people matter most. And when you're working with clients as a business owner, sometimes we focus so much on the business at hand, we forget about the people attached to the business, right? You're in a service-oriented business.
Yes.
Which is all about the people. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to be with,
Do you want me to give you the short version or the long version?
I want you to give me any version that you think folks most want to know. What do you want us to know about you?
So I'll start with a little bit of background and then I'll dive into it. So I'm from Haiti originally, hence the name Julbert. I've been here in the States for about 25 years. When I first came, I didn't speak English, didn't know anybody, didn't have any network. So it was a journey, an amazing journey to me, because I get a chance to learn English, explore, connect with people, go to school. I was able to start my first company at 18 while I was in college. After that, working corporate for a little while. Then went and get an MBA and then started a marketing company. That company was blessed enough to grow it, and that's how I connected with you guys. Geez, close to 10 years ago.
I was just thinking, it's almost a decade.
Yeah, times fly when you're having fun. And I was blessed enough to exit the company after being part and running it for 10 years. Took some time off and then started what I have now, Task Maven. And I get the opportunity to not only work with people here in the States, entrepreneurs, business owners, but also professionals overseas. As an immigrant coming to the States, I saw that there was a lot of opportunity now with technology on how people overseas can work with people here in the States. So that created an opportunity to work with people from different backgrounds, different countries, right? Different dialect, and not only connecting with them, but figuring out, their skill set and how that can benefit business owners here in the States. So I've been blessed to learn about people from, different perspectives.
Well, one of the things you have always been skilled at is developing relationships with people. And like we just said, we know you almost 10 years, and we've watched you grow and develop relationships in so many different areas. It's not always about the business, right?
Yeah.
How you connect with folks and why you connect with folks.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. It's really about, sometimes it's the commonality, right? Like someone, that's part of one group, we find out that, hey, we're from the same country. Or, we have same background. Oh, we like the same food, right? Like I'm plant-based, I don't eat meat. So finding people that don't eat meat make me excited. Or it's like a food recipe. So it has sometimes nothing to do with business, but it's all about getting to know people, you guys getting to know each other. And as you get to know people, you start learning little things about them and you start identifying where there's a dots that's connected. And surprisingly to me, since I've been doing this for way over 10 years now, we all are connected somehow, some way. And it's weird, but when you start having those conversations, you slowly start identifying, wait a second, you went to the same school as I did. Or, we live down the street from each other. So it's those little, information, right, that create that opportunity to build relationship that can lead to business.
And I just think about somebody in particular that you met through us, but you guys are such a natural relationship, you and Bobby, right?
Yeah.
And
we have same background, right? It's interesting. I remember when you made that introduction and you said, hey, Julbert, meet Bobby, Bobby meets Julbert. I think you both from Haiti, and right, we both had similar background, and that's how the whole conversation started. that's how the relationship started to build out.
And so while I knew you were both from Haiti, the
Yeah.
thing that really had me interested to introduce you, and again, that was also probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 years, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, wasn't just that you were both from Haiti, but you both gave back to Haiti. Both supported the country. You were both
Yes.
looking for ways to help the people in Haiti. Like you weren't just here as an immigrant living your lives. Bobby at the time was running a very successful business,
Yes.
you know, and as were you, and you were both looking for ways to give back and be of service to the country you were born in. And I thought that was the piece
Yeah.
that really why I should introduce you, right?
Mhm.
And so it's just people matter most, the things we do for each other. Bruce,
At
you
the end of the day,
are,
right? That's
what's that?
business. Business is people. So
And I think that's why this podcast, Bruce and I have been wanting to do this for so long because, the business is great.
yeah.
But what Bruce has been teaching for over 30 years with the Accountants Resource Group and
Mhm.
prior to that, Clients for Life, it's all about relationships. So Bruce, you see how this all, connects together, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all about people. It's exactly what Julbert said. And it's all about the relationships you build in the marketplace. You find that commonality, you look for it, and if it's there, you connect it, and you get that link going. And it's not about business anymore. Now it's about, likability with each other
Yeah.
and commonality with each other. And, business will come along eventually. I think that we live in a world where people want immediate gratification. And if you look at Gilbert's success over the years and how he reinvented himself over the years, that's a true entrepreneur. And
Thank
that
you.
really is. I mean, he's the definition of entrepreneurism, right? So, yeah, I admire him greatly. I
Thank
really
you.
do.
I
My
want to
friend,
thank you because
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but you both had a really integral part in my business to help it grow by connecting me with the right people, by serving as a mentor, Bruce. So I've learned a lot from you because you're one of the best connectors I know. So I know a lot of people, you are one of the best one I know, and you do it so well because you get to know people so well before you make that connection.
What a lovely thing to say. It's nice to hear that, Joubert. I appreciate the kind words.
Thank you.
So what Bruce has been doing for 30 years, and I've had the pleasure of, doing with him for 14, is connecting people in a way and through an organization that there's no way to enter the organization without
Mhm.
being vetted and
Yeah.
going through Bruce and I. And, you don't get to have a solid, strong organization for 30 years by
Mm.
introduction only for no reason, right? No advertising, no marketing, there's no application to fill out. You can't just send a check. We take about 40% of the people that we're introduced to because
Yeah.
not everybody's a good fit.
Agree.
You
And
know,
that makes it, exclusive, but also reassuring because now you're part of a group of people that's been vetted, give you some form of peace of mind that you guys can, once you get to know each other, the opportunities will come. And it does.
and it does, right? Well, 10 years, you can attest to that. Yeah, we're not in the business of finding business for people.
Mm.
We are in the business of collecting the best professionals so that when you need a certain type of professional or skill
Yeah.
set, we know who to introduce you to.
Yeah, 100%. And I think like when you look at business in general, business development is the core of it. When it comes to business development, which Bruce is like a master at, it's really about, getting to know the right people. Because sometimes for a deal to get done, it's not even the conversation you're having with the potential clients, it's the people you're able to help that clients connect with.
100%. So I have a question for you, and I know Bruce has a question for you too.
Sure.
We both had something we wanted to know from you, and Bruce said it. You really have reinvented yourself. You're absolutely, pure entrepreneur. How do you personally balance staying innovative while you're making sure your business remains stable and profitable? I mean, that is a real entrepreneurial skill.
Yeah, it's
How do you balance that?
a lot of practice, a lot of failures, a lot of lessons, but also I see every day as I want to get 1% better the next day. So I reevaluate everything that I do. One also thing that I do is weekly is I have books. I have one of the books that I'm reading right now. So I consistently reading, learning. If it's not a book, it's a podcast. If it's not a podcast, I'm attending a conference because the learning doesn't stop. And being able to do that, but also have a team in place to help create that balance. Because, when you're juggling 5, 6, 10 things, you're a team of one, it's very challenging to have some form of balance. But when you have a team structure, like in our case, we've been blessed to have a team overseas. We have a business manager, we have recruiters, we have sales, we have marketing. That helps me focus more on working, I guess, instead of in the business, on the business. And that helps me spend more time learning and, figure out ways to innovate and keeping us on top of things. I mean, right now, AI is one of the topic that is
Yeah.
super popular. So I found out that I have some people in my team that have skill set in building AI agents for companies. Right. So now I'm educating myself more on AI and AI agents and how those skill set can benefit clients that we're looking to work with. So it's ongoing.
It's amazing. But it also brings me right back to your business, Task Maven, because you help people with teammates.
Yes, yes.
Right? And there are skill sets all over the world that we now get to take advantage of because of not just the internet. I mean, we're so far beyond that, but video chat, shared
Yeah.
file systems, like there's an endless amount of tools now that
Yes.
make having people remote, no different than having them
Yeah, in your
next.
office, sitting next to
Right.
you.
And the thing that I always find remarkable about you is you're always on the cutting edge of the tools, right? I think the world is changing faster now and at a pace,
Okay.
particularly technology changing at a pace that I don't think humans can keep up with. Meaning we can't all know all things.
Oh
right?
yeah, oh yeah.
So each industry, I'm a little bit of a dinosaur when it comes to the internet. I had my first internet business back in the 90s. So, there were like 7 software programs.
Wow.
And everybody that was around knew all the programs. Like I
Yeah.
knew 7 softwares. I knew what they did. I knew how they functioned. I knew when to apply them, all the things. Well, now there's millions of apps. Like nobody can keep up,
Yeah,
right?
that's
What's
true.
happening. There's hundreds and hundreds of languages that things are written. It's just a remarkable thing. So when you can, used to be, Bruce and I would tell professionals, you must keep your tech skill set sharp.
Mm.
And while that is still true, it's not possible to know all things.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So hiring people that know how to manage your social media, hiring people that know how to manage LinkedIn for you, hiring people that know how to set up a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Hiring people that know how to do some of the things that are beyond your skill set. It's critically important for business owners of all industries to make sure that
100%.
they are hiring the right talent.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, talent in general now, it's with AI, right? There's a lot of changes happening in the world, and it's happening not like every quarter, but literally almost every day because the technology is evolving so fast. So having a team that can keep up with it is super important, but also knowing there are tools that you can use to keep up with the demand, keep up with what's going on, and be willing to invest in yourself, right? Because guess what? The team may not know everything, but you attending this conference by NVIDIA might be the way to kind of learn more about what's going on and staying on top of, the technology. Because if you don't, you're not going to be in business for so long.
Well, that's the thing, is that if we as business owners, right, entrepreneurs and whatever the industry is, even if it's a more traditional industry or it has legacy software and things like that, that they're not really using AI yet.
Yeah.
Everybody's using AI in one way or another. Whatever your industry is, you still have to be able to use the tools and
Yes.
softwares within that industry. So I'll just give you a quick example because it's kind of cute. Somebody I know well was a senior healthcare professional, C-suite, and they could they could still do that job.
Yeah.
Software and the technology that there is used in that healthcare practice area, they never invested the time and energy. They had an assistant who did
Yeah.
that. Well, technology replaces sometimes assistants,
Yes.
and he was really interested to maintain his foothold in that industry and asked me, is there someone you can introduce me to teach me how to do this so I don't appear to be so disconnected?
Mm.
It was a great question. I did introduce him to somebody, and
Yeah.
ultimately he decided to retire. So if you're not ready to retire and you're not ready to, pass the torch to the next
Yeah.
generation, then you absolutely need to keep your skill set, your tech skills
100%.
sharp.
If you don't, then it's a market where you either have the skill set or hire for the skill set, or you're not going to have a business.
Yeah, in many cases, that's the case. But
Mm.
go back to Task Maven, because I've had the pleasure of working with some of your people, and they really are exceptionally well
Thank you.
trained and have knowledge that I don't hold, and they've done a great job for the things we've asked them to do. So we
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it. Bruce, you had a question for Julbert also, didn't you?
Yeah, in your experience, Gilbert, when you look at a successful business, how much of it is strategy and how much of it is a mindset?
Oh, I love that question. I would say about, honestly, 80-20, 80% mindset, 20% strategy. Because, like, you can have a great strategy, but if you had a bad day, the mindset is what's gonna keep you going. You know, sales didn't come in, or deal didn't go through, or some fire you got to put out. If you don't have the right mindset, that moment in time can change your business. While it's just a moment, while strategy is just 20% of the whole thing. So in my opinion, 80-20, 80% mindset, 20% strategy.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Thank you.
That's a
like
great
that.
question.
I
So
like
Julbert,
that.
how do folks find you?
Oh, that's super easy. Just, you see my name, Julbert Abraham. You can Google me, or you can go on LinkedIn for J.Abraham, or Facebook, Julbert Abraham, or even go to our website, taskmavenservices.com. So our team is everywhere, and social, I'm on there consistently. My team is on there, so we're here to help.
Amazing. Well, it was great to have you and have this chat. I hope you'll come back. This is
Yeah.
so much fun for us. We get to talk to our favorite people.
Thank you so much. This was awesome, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Bruce, do you have any last words?
No, not really. I mean, he's extended family in ARG. So no, I think he's done a great job in, again, reinventing himself. And I think there's lessons to be learned from Gilbert to entrepreneurs that are out there that are looking for an ability to change the road that they're on. And he's a great technician to that.
Thank you.